Take your mind into the wonderful world of physical, emotional, psychological, and spiritual wellness. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Kinetic Hour. Conversations with you and guests. With your host, Kenan Wesley Mason. That's me. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to another edition of the Kinetic Hour. I am your host, Kenan Wesley Mason. Welcome one, welcome all, and thank you for tuning in to another edition as we are streaming and simulcasting on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn, all three at the same time, courtesy of StreamYard. And I want to thank StreamYard for having this available so I can go to multiple platforms all at once to bring the best in talk in social media and YouTube and all over the world as we are streaming live. As always, go to my YouTube channels. There's always two. One is the Kinetic Hour, and that's on YouTube at the Kinetic Hour. That's Kinetic, Kennetic. And the other is Kinetic Fit and Wellness Info. Kinetic Fit and Wellness Info, also on YouTube at Kinetic Fit. And subscribe to both. Hit the like button, thumbs up on both. Leave your comments on both, and tell everyone that you know to tune in to the Kinetic Hour, as I'm going to bring new shows, better shows, and more guests for all of you to enjoy. And as we segue from there, my guest today, and I'm glad he's here, Arena Football Hall of Famer. He is now a social media influencer. I guess I can call him a relationship expert now. And he is the host of the King's Table, and I am always happy to call him my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Big Truck.
Shalom to all my kings and queens out there. How y'all doing?
Big Truck.
On this wonderful God Saturday.
Yes, and welcome back to the Kinetic Hour. How are you?
Blessed.
Okay.
Blessed in this new year.
Yes. Yeah, it's the new year, and right now it's been raining. You know, we've been having some strange weather, especially on the East Coast. Well, I guess not so strange because it is winter, but some heavy winter storms on the East Coast. And right now it's starting to come down pretty hard with the rain as I'm here in Southern California. You're here today because you brought some things to my attention. And I mean, I'm always getting stuff on social media and different, reels and different happenings in the entertainment world.
Mm-hmm.
But because you're the host of the King's Table, where you like to bring topics of relationships, which I get a chance to take myself into a different space when I talk to you, because usually when I do the Kinetic Hour, I talk about health matters and mental health and physical health, and things in that space. But now I get to talk into another space, relationships, and I guess the psychology of relationships. And so I'm going to go into your world today. And so the first thing I'm going to do, because I got some clips that I want to show you, but the first thing that I wanted to show you, and I played this, or actually I showed it to you before we went on the air. So I'm going to bring this up here because this made headlines right here, and I'm going to read the headline here. Woman, or headline, a woman who claimed to have been attacked with a brick by a man now charged with faking entire thing, falsely raised $42,000 on GoFundMe. And in the caption it says, "Dear Black women, you owe us an apology. You believed her, you donated to her, and you continued the brutal narrative that Black men ain't shit. Enough is enough. Time to hold yourself accountable." What do you have to say about that? Because I know you've talked to me about this on a couple of occasions.
Well, first off, hold on.
Yes. Because this story, social media made this a huge buzz going towards the end of this past year. So, and this woman here, I don't have the actual video that refers to this this headline right here, but the video that's being referred to totally went viral, and then we've come to find out that the whole thing was a faked event. How do you comment?
First off, shout out to Stella Rose. Shout out to Stella Rose. I love the Stella Rose. That's what I have right now, mixed with a little bit of Ciroc and Kevin Hart's drink, because I knew it's about to get real thick today. So I mixed a combination of all three. So I'm going to pay respect. Second of all, dehydrated modern feminist heathens. My thing is this here. For those that sat up there and shamed Black men in general, you have to always tell people, you have to look into things instead of looking at things. Not once did anyone, especially a large number of women, look into things. They just took the shit and ran 8 miles with it. And look what we have here. Started shaming men. Men don't protect women. Well, that's half true. You can't protect everybody, because some people you're not supposed to protect. You can protect the wrong person and it can backfire on you and you get ambushed. Nobody thought about that. But the whole idea of, oh, a Black woman was, ain't no way in hell yo ass gonna get hit with a brick and to videotape it. Because if somebody get hit with a brick, they're not going to just break out their phone and start videotaping. They're going to be hurt. They're going to be injured. But it's all good though, because she knew what she was going to do before she did it. Others didn't know what she was going to do before she did it. And then when the shit happened, it went viral. Completely came from men. But, big ups to those good men that did do research. Big ups to some of the passport bros that did do research. And big up to some of the other individuals and other communities that did do their research. Because what they did was they knew something wasn't right and they researched it. And the information or receipts that they came up with, it don't take much to research something, especially if you don't know. But to sit up there and take something and run 8 miles with it, and start shaming men. My question is, where's that same energy now? That same energy that you had to shame men, where y'all asses at now?
Yeah, because you don't hear anything about it now.
Quiet as a church mouse.
Nothing. You can hear the pin drop. You can hear the pin drop.
You can hear a rat pissing on cotton.
Right. I really have nothing more to add to that one because, you know, I mean, when you do stuff like that, I mean, it's going to come back to you, which obviously it is now, you know, as the universe would have it.
But also,
so yeah, go ahead.
But also, she want to go to my hometown in Jamaica and show her ass.
Okay.
That's not cool. You know, that is not cool at all. Taking people's money and then spending it, lavishing up. My thing is, and the reason why I'm livid, because there are a large number of good men out there, just like there are a large number of good women out there too as well. I don't like to see good people get treated like trash.
Yep.
Especially our men. And how men got shamed on and just blamed on. It was, man. And then you had others coming out the woodworks. You had some simps coming out supporting her, shaming men. But see, at the end of the day, this is the year of purging. This is the year of letting it all go. This is the year of exposing those for the shit that they do and say.
Yeah, which actually everything that you just said is segues to an even much deeper talk about the interaction of men and women and how we're perceived, especially when they get into relationships, including marriage. So I'm gonna play two things because this specific subject, even though I know we tried to talk about it a couple of weeks back, but this whole situation is still relevant right now because people are still talking about Simone Biles and her husband, Jonathan Owens of the Green Bay Packers. And the national audience has taken it a certain way, and the social media audience has taken it a certain way. So I'm going to play this for you. This is how the national media has taken this, and you can comment on this. First, I'm going to play what the controversy is all about with Jonathan Owens and the words that he spoke in an interview that he did, and how it appears that his words have been taken out of context. So I'm going to play this, and then we'll discuss it on the other side.
For a couple of days, man, and it's like she pops up, and I'm like, let me see what this is. Gymnastics. I ain't never, I never really paid attention to gymnastics, so it piqued my curiosity.
You was really the catch in.
I always say the men the catch, man. I always say we the catch, man.
Yeah, so she really booked you.
She did, though.
Who do you think is the better athlete in the house?
I think we're good at our own sports. We've tried to pin each other against on like difficulty, ability, and all of that stuff. So at the end of the day, gymnastics is harder if he agrees or not.
Okay, as we see Miss Whoopi Goldberg right there. Now, that's the way the national audience perceived that. Now, listen to the responses, and then, you can comment. You ready for that?
Let's get it. Let's spit fire. Let's spit fire.
What I would like to say, he knew who she was. She was on a Wheaties box. Everybody knows. There she go. Everybody knows who Simone Biles is. I don't know who he is. And so,
Wait, Sonny.
Now, should I stop right there and you want to comment? Okay.
We're gonna go back to that. Yeah, run that shit back. First off, I like what you said. I know who Simone Biles is, but I don't know who he is. That's a damn good thing. It's good to somebody that I know who the hell you is. Love me for myself, not for what I do. Long as she know who he is and love him for what he does and who he is, that is the thing that should matter. I know what I just said went over a lot of you dehydrated modern feminist heathens' head. So I'm gonna break it down. Long as she know who he is and she's okay with that, so the F what? It's good that those don't know who he is. And yeah, men are the prize. Women are the prize. When two good people come together, they're both the prize. Make sense? It's not a thing of like the Bible. I know y'all want to quote Bible scripture. I read the word too. I read the Torah too. A man that finds a wife finds a good thing. That's true. But what else? Because anything that pertains to man pertains to woman. She who finds a husband, she also finds a good thing. Because it's two good people that's going to find each other at the end of the day. We know what that means. 50-50, bringing something to the table, teamwork, something that y'all have a hard time understanding. So therefore, at the end of the day, we can give a rat's ass about what they say. I guarantee you, those that spoke negative about Simone Biles either A, don't have a man, B, you got to use your roles, C, can't keep him, can get a man but can't keep him. Last but not least, you're married, but you're married to a simp. Because ain't no way a good, strong man is going to sit up there and let his wife go on social media and make negative comments about that woman. Now, chances are he may not know who she was. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Who fucking cares? But what shook the cage, what shook the whole modern feminist sector, Simone Biles went after what she wanted. And she told you in an interview, when I see something I like, I go after it. She did what y'all don't do. Go after what you want. Closed mouth don't get fed. All it's fair is love and war. And when you have something good, and she saw something good in him, isn't it just a beautiful thing how her face lit up when he was speaking? I thought that was priceless. She's really happy. They really happy. But these are the same mop buckets that sit up there and clown her because of her hairstyle. Because she spent $150 on her wedding dress because they had a small ceremony. So what? Well, she makes more money than him. Okay, and long as they are able to cut on a light switch and go to the refrigerator and open it up and there's food in there, who cares about who makes more money than who? Proceed.
The part that got me is when he said, I always think the man is the catch. Have you met other men? Yeah. Are you listening to yourself right now?
Yeah.
Okay, I cannot
I
believe.
want more for her. I hope she's happy. No one ever knows what's going on in relationships, but she is the catch.
Okay, but in defense, okay, they're a
I wanna
very
hear this,
beautiful and
Alyssa.
adorable couple, and they actually, if you follow them on Instagram, they seem very happy.
All right, we're gonna pause. We're gonna pause. All right, what you got to say?
They both are the catch. I guarantee you, none of them women on that panel have a good relationship, or they've had marriages but failed. At the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with the man being confident in himself.
Yeah,
they took that and they ran 8 miles with it.
I think we need more of it.
We need more of it, and that's why we have more men conversations like this on your channel and on my channel, where we have those men discussions, where we let men know their worth, where we let them know you are a king, you are important, you are something. Yes, you are great. You are the catch. She's the catch. But see, they're coming with, there's so much negative. You know, it's so much negative. And that's why even when this story broke, I was sending fire out there. I was sending it. Oh, you're sassy. No, I ain't. No, because a man speaks it for himself, that does not mean he's sassy. Let me guess, you're broken.
Yeah.
Ain't heard nothing since.
Yeah, it's amazing that it's just amazing to hear the comments in such the negative context, making it appear that Simone Biles should somehow be unhappy because of all their comments, as opposed to everything that she saw that was great within him.
But mine I mentioned, I'm gonna just go ahead and let it play, and then I got something to say.
Yeah.
He was in training during camp during the Olympics in July and early August, and he didn't have NBC. He was in college, so he
Did
may
he go
have
to
not
the
seen.
supermarket?
I get she is the greatest of all time, so he should have known. But I give him some grace. I think they're a very
He
cute
saw
couple.
that Wheaties box.
Biles wasn't big for just the Olympics. She actually transcends the Olympics. And the other thing is, gymnastics is much harder. No shade to football players, because here it comes. But like, football players run into each other. Like, you bang into each other, you throw a ball, you hope you catch it.
The ball.
Gymnasts do things with their body that is muscles from their fingertips all the way down to their toes. Simone Biles could stand on this table and just putting her hands down, rise up. And I'd like to see that man try any of that, because she said she did football pre-training. She killed it. He tried one of her workouts and couldn't do it. Case is settled.
It's done. It's done. But you know what else?
Okay. Being a football player yourself, being a Hall of Famer, how do you feel about that comparison?
Number one, it's an insult. Number two, she needs to sit her ass down and read a book. Both sports have it hard. There's no one over the other.
Yeah.
I know what it's like being in training camp. 01 with the Atlanta Falcons training camp, 05 with the Dallas Cowboys training camp. You're limited. So there's only, when I say limited, meaning you're on curfew. Okay, especially if you in a city or you in a place and you don't have transportation. Okay, so therefore, a person traveling to go see another person, whatever those two people agreed upon, so what? I don't give a damn if you're on a Wheaties box or not. Look at those that were on a Wheaties box and they asses flopped.
Yeah.
Okay, but we don't want to talk about that one. That's so much like truth. Okay, at the end of the day, what Simone Biles and what Jonathan did, they may not realize what they did, but what they did was they set the tone and blasted airwaves and media waves. When I say they blasted them with reality. This is natural. This is a natural likening between two individuals. This is something that took place and it was natural. It was organic.
Yeah.
You know, they shattered it with that, because when it comes to relationships, it's funny how people will share their opinions. Hurt people will share their opinions. Broken people will share their opinions. Individuals that can't keep nobody will share their opinions and try to gather that audience. But when you speak truth, you get shamed for it. Guess what? We're going to keep speaking truth. So if we're going to keep getting shamed for it, that's a good thing. You doing us men a favor when you shame us, because you already showing yourself. You showing your ass. You showing your true colors. And you showing the reasons why a large number of men are staying away from a large number of women that behave that way. Not every woman behave that way. And to my understanding, there is even some women getting shamed on that support it.
That supports Simone Biles.
Simone Biles and Jonathan.
Right. Yeah.
You know, but again, when you in the land of dehydrated modern feminism, these are the things that happen. So therefore, now we're seeing their downfall. This year, we're seeing their downfall. That Me Too movement, all that, it's the downfall, because now there's repercussions and consequences.
Yeah. It's almost like they view it as if it's an insult to the feminine, to a woman's femininity to be in pursuit of the man that she wants. Like she's not allowed to do that, or you shouldn't do that because it's beneath you as a woman to go after the man that you believe is attractive, the man that you believe will be the protector of you, the man that you're attracted to.
It's a teamwork. It's a teamwork up in here. If I see something I like, I'm gonna go after it. Yeah. If a woman sees something she likes, she's gonna go after it. We're not gonna get caught up in all that. Oh, a man has to make the first. No, if that applies, if that works for you, that works for you. Obviously, it hasn't been working for you because your ass is still single, still lonely, and don't have nobody. But when you are an individual, and I always tell this, I tell this to a lot of the kings out there, and I will say this to a lot of the queens out there as well. Know who you are and whose you are in the season of your life. When you know that and you master that, then you can be on that level of Simone Biles and Jonathan. I don't want to say be like, because you don't want to be like someone, but you can be on that level, meaning if I see a woman that I like or have an attraction towards, I'm going to pursue her. She's going to open up a door. Because you got to be careful. As a man, you have to be careful who you approach. Okay? Number one, we already know a woman's ego. A woman don't like to be rejected, especially if she's a beautiful woman and gets rejected. So rejection is there. So there's a way that you do it. See, he received when Simone Biles came for him. You see what I'm saying? He received it. You know, and look what happened. Their first date, they went out for milk and cookies. Kept it simple. Meanwhile, you got these mop bucket heathens. Oh, you got to drop a bag on me. You got to drop this on the first date. No, ain't no man doing that. But you want what you can't have. Then you hate on those that have what you want.
And the fact that she drove her car 45 minutes. Versus the other way around.
And nobody didn't even think about that. Maybe he doesn't have a vehicle. Because he was in Houston. Maybe he doesn't have a vehicle. Maybe he don't know his way around. But she did. Nobody didn't think about that shit. Or whatever they agreed upon, that's between them.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
That has nothing to do with everybody else and their damn opinions.
Everything else is speculation.
There it is.
Everything else is speculation.
Yeah, most definitely.